Hey everyone, welcome to Sketchy Facts. Today is a special one. It's a full compilation of all the sketchy facts throughout the week. So if you missed any or you just want to binge them all in one go, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Did you know bananas are actually berries, but berries aren't berries at all? See, botanically speaking, a berry has seeds on the inside of the fruit. That means bananas actually qualify as real berries, but strawberries don't even make the cut. So, in the great fruit debate, strawberries are the imposters and bananas are the real deal. Science is weird, but that's what makes it fun. Did you know sharks actually never sleep? They have to keep moving to stay alive. Even when they rest, part of their brain stays awake. It's like they're always running on half power. So basically, sharks are the ultimate insomniacs of the ocean, powered by caffeine and chaos. Did you know Napoleon Bonaparte was once defeated by bunnies? He set up a rabbit hunt for himself and his men, but instead of wild rabbits, they brought in tame farm rabbits. So when they were released, the rabbits didn't run, they charged. Hundreds of fluff balls swarmed Napoleon and his troops, climbing boots, chewing coats, until he had to retreat. The man who conquered Europe, beaten by an army of rabbits. Did you know the NSA once banned Furbies? In 1999, these talking toys were kicked out of the secure offices because people thought that they could record and repeat classified information. Imagine that, a fluffy gremlin sitting in a top secret briefing. The funny part, Furbies couldn't actually record anything. They just babbled nonsense. But hey, why risk national security on a toy that looks like a gremlin on caffeine? So yeah, the Furbies were basically treated like spies. Did you know Surge Soda was actually banned in schools? Back in the 90s, Surge was marketed as an extreme high energy drink, with wild commercials of kids surfing, climbing, and going crazy. Schools freaked out, thinking it was turning kids into hypermaniacs. The funny thing is, Surge actually had less caffeine than Mountain Dew, but parents and teachers didn't care. They said Surge was basically rocket fuel for kids. So, yeah, in the 90s, even soda was considered too extreme. Did you know wombats poop in perfect little cubes? Yeah, little square turds, like nature's dice. Unlike every other animal, wombats squeeze out six-sided nuggets because of their super sketchy intestines. Scientists say it helps mark territory so cubes don't roll away, which makes sense because that would be awkward. Basically, wombats are out here building with nature's Legos. Stay sketchy and remember, not all cubes are for Minecraft. Did you know an octopus doesn't just have one brain? It actually has nine. Sounds crazy, right? Here's how it works. They've got one brain in their head, and then each of their 8 arms has its own little brain too. That means every arm can move, react almost on its own, without waiting for the head brain to tell it what to do. So while we're over here struggling to text and walk at the same time, an octopus can literally solve problems, grab food, and sneak through tight spaces all at once. Basically, they're the ultimate multitaskers of the ocean. And here's the wild part. Next time you eat calamari, just remember, you're technically snacking on 9 brains at once. Did you know it takes nearly 2 years for a single pineapple to grow? Most people think you plant it, wait a few months, and you've got a fresh fruit. But nope, 2 whole years go by before you finally just get one pineapple. Imagine waiting all that time, and the second you pick it, you drop it on the ground. Basically, pineapples are like the lazy roommates of the fruit world. They take forever and only bring one thing to the table. So next time you slice into one, remember, you're eating 2 years of patience in every single bite. Did you know that jellyfish might be the closest thing to immortals? They might look like harmless blobs drifting around in the ocean, but some species have a secret superpower. Instead of dying when they get old or stressed, they can literally hit the reset on their life cycle. They shrink back down into a younger stage, almost like turning into a baby jellyfish. And then they start the whole process all over again. Imagine getting gray hair, paying bills, feeling your backache, and then suddenly, boom, you're back in middle school with a clean slate. Basically, jellyfish discovered the fountain of youth millions of years ago, and they don't even need wrinkle cream or gym memberships. So next time you see one floating by, remember, While we're stuck aging, jellyfish just keep pressing rewind. Did you know there was a time when toads were mysteriously exploding in Germany? Back in 2005, people around Hamburg started finding dead toads that had literally burst open, with their insides scattered all over. At first, no one had a clue what was going on. Locals even called it the Pond of Death. Scientists investigated, and the best theory was that crows were the culprits. They'd swoop down, pick out the toads' livers, which are a tasty snack, and in the process leave a big hole. The toads would then puff up as a defense mechanism, filling themselves with air. But with a giant hole in their body, they basically popped like balloons. So yeah, nature can be pretty brutal. Next time you see a toad, just be glad it's not in Hamburg in 2005. Did you know penguins may look cute and innocent? But some of them have a sketchy side. In certain colonies, shiny pebbles are like gold. Penguins use them to build their nests. But here's where it gets shady. Scientists have actually caught penguins trading those precious pebbles for mating favors. That's right, it's basically penguin. Imagine waddling around in a tuxedo, making secret deals behind a rock just for shiny stones. So next time you see a penguin looking adorable, just remember, behind that classy outfit, they might be running some pretty questionable business. Did you know lobsters don't just throw claws when they fight? They actually pee on each other. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Lobsters have bladders right under their eye, and when they square up, they literally spray urine in the opponent's face. It's not just gross, it's how they send chemical messages about dominance and aggression. Basically, it's lobster trash talk, but liquid. So next time you picture a lobster fight, don't imagine an epic claw battle. Imagine two angry sea bugs blasting pea streams like it's some underwater gunfight. Did you know the blobfish isn't actually the ugliest animal in the ocean? In its natural home, deep under the sea, it actually looks like a pretty normal fish. Firm, floaty, built for high pressure. But here's the sketchy part. When people drag it up to the surface, all the pressure disappears, and its body basically collapses. That's why it turns into the sad, squishy balloon animal you see in all the memes. So the truth is, blobfish don't really look like losers. We just catch them at their absolute worst. Next time you laugh at one, just remember, you'd look sketchy too if your inside's deflated. Did you know there's a massive ant colony in Europe that's considered the largest cooperative colony on Earth? Science discovered that millions of ants from different nests, stretching thousands of miles across Spain, France, and Italy, all recognize each other as family. Normally, ants from different colonies will fight to the death, but in this super colony, they share food, resources, and even help defend one another. That's the sketchy part. It's basically an ant mega empire taking over an entire continent. Some researchers even worry that this cooperation gives them an advantage over native species, since they work together like one giant army. So the next time you step on an ant, just remember, you might have made a very powerful enemy with millions of backup soldiers. Did you know bees actually recognize human faces? This was tested by showing bees pictures of people, then rewarding them with sugar water when they landed on the correct faces. Over time, the bees learned to pick out the right person, the same way we might recognize a friend in the crowd. That's the sketchy part. Their tiny insect brains can process faces almost like our own, using a system similar to how humans piece together eyes, noses, and mouths. So yeah, the next time you swat at a bee, just remember, it might actually remember you. And if you come back wearing the same face, don't be surprised if it comes looking for payback. And that wraps up the week for Sketchy Facts. If you enjoyed the ride, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps more people find the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss next week's batch of weird, wild, and totally sketchy facts. And hey, drop a comment with the strangest fact that you learned today. I'll be checking them out and might feature some in the next video.